We had Cool Gold 107.9 to keep us company while we stood by for further instructions. This is Surf Daddy here with your weather forecast. Do you know where your umbrella is? A cold front will be passing through before midnight. This is a heads up to all you small crafts out there. Get off the water and come to shore. Severe downpours and wind gusts over 40 miles an hour could be possible. It is a very fast-moving but very dangerous storm coming through the North Shore. Lassie, come home. Captain Rich rolled his eyes and said, we need this, right? I did notice it was getting choppier out there. Do you think we could ask the Coast Guard if we could head back, considering the impending storm? Big Ken asked. We did not have to call. The Coast Guard rescue team called us. They gave us the okay and a summary of the whale-watching tour boat rescue. We are still cleaning up from the accident, but it could have been much worse. There was no structural damage done to the tour boat. None that would make it unseaworthy anyway. Windows will need to be replaced and cosmetic repairs done. We will tow it to shore just to be safe. It was only the pectoral fin of the humpback whale that flipped the front of the boat. We had one broken arm, one broken leg. 12 people were rescued from the water. They are being treated for shock and minor injuries. No one drowned. All the people on the manifest have been accounted for. No shark attacks. We think they followed Alex's trail of blood. They swam your way. We continue to treat the survivors. A storm is brewing. We think you should head back to shore. We've got our eye on you. Thanks for all your help. On behalf of all of the Coast Guard rescue team, Captain Rich. Glad to be of service. We will turn the boat around. Over and out. The wind picked up, and we could see the waves starting to roll. Captain Rich took it slow. He knew better than to try to outrun the storm. The crew quickly went to work cutting up the fish that was to be divided between the mighty six. They also packaged the whole fish that each of us had decided to take home. It was refrigerated and safely stored for easy handoff when we got back to the dock. If we got back to the dock. Big Ken thought his blue marlin got cut up too. He was a little disappointed that it was considered too big to take home. But Kenny Jr. had made a secret negotiation, one that would cost him an extra $200. The crew would have it delivered to a taxidermy on the island. By threat of death, no one was to spill the beans to Big Ken. With that out of the way, the crew was ready to help us get through the storm. All hands on deck, so to speak. Captain Rich had to struggle to keep the boat at an even keel. The waves were trying to slap us around, back and forth. It swayed to the left. It swayed to the right, back and forth, up and down. He had to compensate. He zigzagged a little and kept the bow on top. One wave tilted us sideways, enough to notice that the tiger sharks were following us. They smelled the blood from Alex's accident. She was still on the dinner menu. The wind blew the steady pouring rain into our eyes. We could hardly see each other. There was little visibility for Captain Rich, but we could see those whitecaps. When we headed into the waves, Captain Rich got us to about a 45-degree angle. He had us riding the waves instead of going through them. At all costs, we were not to get parallel to the waves, or we could find ourselves capsized and at shark bait. We could hear the boat creaking as the waves fought to push us around. I just took a deep breath to calm myself. We all looked at each other with a mixture of panic, fear, and confidence. I feared that one of the waves would slap us down so hard that the creeks would turn into snaps. The hull would split open and feed us to the sea. Captain Rich tried to keep the bow up. It was a constant battle. Sometimes the waves poured gallons of water into the boat. The bilge pump could take care of that, I said out loud to comfort myself. The comfort was short-lived. The bilge pump stopped working. In the storm, the crew could not see well enough to fix it. Captain Rich told us that 6 men with buckets and a desire to live could outpump any bilge, so we all started our own bucket brigade. There were plenty of buckets to go around. He was so seasick that Big Ken needed 2 buckets, one for bailing and one for barfing. As the water came in, we scooped and we poured, scooped and poured, we slipped and we slid. I felt wetter than a car in a car wash. My arms ached until I could not lift them again. But more waves poured over the bow. I wasn't sure if I could stay on top of this. I guess the adrenaline kept us going. Every time I poured out the water, I noticed more dorsal fins. Those tiger sharks were riding the waves too.